Hello everyone, you are welcome to Agbedo Talk Show, also known as the other side of the story. What I want to talk about today is politics. Politics is a very interesting subject. It's a very exciting subject because everything we do in life has to do with politics. Our everyday activity is embedded in politics. A country democracy is founded in politics. But without politics, without getting it right, there will be no democracy for any country. And the choice of leadership nowadays in every civilized country is based on politics. So that is why we have to campaign for that politics of fairness, politics of equilibrium, politics of integrity, politics of youth emancipation, politics of getting the leadership right, with politics of choosing the right personality. If you look at it, Nigeria, we are 61 years old. Nigeria got independence in October 1960. October this year, Nigeria will be 62 years old. It's old enough if you compare us to those countries that we had independence together. Country like Malaysia, country like South Korea, we know where they are. I know they are in a different continent, but it doesn't matter. What are we doing at the age of 61 years? A man that is, or a child that is born 61 years ago, if this child were to marry, the child will be, the man will be having even grandchildren by now. So that is the level that we have to consider what we would have achieved. And we know that it is not easy for every country, but when the leadership is right, when there's equity in the leadership, when leadership is not based on religion, it's not based on ethnicity, it is based on whom the cat fits, whom the cap fits. It is based on integrity. It is based on personality. It is based on who can do the job, not just on nepotism or corruption. Then I think there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. That's the kind of politics that we want to create for us. The type of politics that will really emancipate our youth. The type of politics that will give our youth the freedom they require. That will give the whole society the freedom they require. That will bring in one that is compassionate, one that really needs the job, not those that are forced into the job. That is the kind of politics that we need to talk about in Nigeria. And I know, how did we get here? Nigeria is a country that is still staggering. What we see today is so amazing. What we see today is dysfunctional. What we see today is a total failure on what we are supposed to be. In Nigeria, insecurity is the order of the day. We have Boko Haram, we have different kinds of sects. We have terrorists from different branches. We have kidnappers. We have different kinds of unknown gunmen. They emanate from everywhere. It is so sad that we don't have the freedom that we need in Nigeria. If you want to travel by air, if you want to travel by road today in Nigeria, you just have to make sure that you're going to buy your flight ticket. Even when you are on your plane, what about, are you not going to land at the airport? Yes, you are going to land at the airport. It's still a problem to many of us. That freedom, we do not have that freedom. Our roads are totally in disarray. Our roads are not, we have dysfunctional roads, dilapidating roads. They are not in good order. You can't ply, vehicles cannot ply the road. If you buy a car today, before the next week, that car is damaged because our roads are so bad. What about our power supply, electricity? It is not good either. Nigeria generates about 12,000 megawatts of power, but how much power are we able to distribute? Just about 4,000. About 4,000 we're able to distribute. And this is a population of about 200 million. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't work that way. Look at Ghana. Ghana generates about 5,500. They are able to at least distribute to 2,400, which is fair enough because Ghana is just a population of 30 million. So where did we get it wrong? This is not encouraging at all. It's something that we have to deal with. We need a fair government. We need someone that can really rescue Nigeria from all these wars we have suffered 61 years ago. We have to change the dynamics. We need a new dimension. That is the only way Nigeria can survive. And that is why we are clamoring for those personalities that can actually make a change for us. Enough is enough. And we cannot hold this anymore. There's a saying that where peaceful change is not possible, a violent change is inevitable. We are not clamoring for anything violent change, because that is not the way. That is not the way forward. The violent change cannot do it. But the way we are going to use violence in doing this is through our PVC. That is the violent change. It's through PVC. We do not encourage any fighting. We do not encourage any disobedience. We do not encourage any rudeness. But we are going to make things change for us for good. It's not about taking. It's not about having demolition the good for the perfect. The good and the perfect, both of them are good, but we will cherish the one that is perfect. Our PVC is our weapon. If you know you have not gotten your PVC, go for it, because there you can see your PVC can actually speak for you. When you go out en masse to vote for your candidate, then there will be light at the end of the tunnel. One thing I want to thank our current government for is signing that bill, electoral bill that that our results, voters' results can be transmitted electronically. That is very good. That's the best thing that I have ever seen in this government, and I want to thank the government for doing that, because from now on we are going to be seeing those people that are actually coming out to vote. If results will be transmitted electronically, I think we can have some sort of sincerity. We can see the actual vote, and we can see how these votes are counted. It's not just counting everything. It's not everything that counts. That everything that we count that really counts. The vote that count are those ones that should be valid, and those ones that should be presented. Those are the kind of vote that we are going for this very time. So that is the kind of leadership that we want. We want that leadership that is going to at least augur well for us. That is why we have to choose someone that we know can easily do it. Now that the dust is very clear concerning the presidential aspirants, the well-known political parties in Nigeria, APC, PDP, Labour, NNPP, and other parties, they have chosen their leadership presidential flag bearers, and this one is very clear. But one thing I want to tell the people, our youth, is that this time around we have to look for someone that can really do it. We have to go for personality. This is not the time to just bank or put all your hope on parties, because parties have not done it. We have tried parties in the past. For the past 61 years, we have been trying parties. We have been voting for parties, but that is not the answer. If you keep on doing the same thing, the same time with similar result, is the beginning of stupidity. You have to change course. If you do it and you get a similar result, you do it next time, similar result, it is good that you just have to change course, because it's not going to go well. It's not going to bring a different thing. You put in the same thing, and what goes out, the result is the same thing. You have to change. If you don't change, I think that is madness. That is insanity. So this is where we have to really get it right. We have to hit the nail at the head this time. We have to hit it at the head. We have to know what we want. We shouldn't be cajoled into voting for people that we do not want. We should stop that recycling of all these political leaders in Nigeria. That recycling must stop. Some of them are just too old. Some of them are not supposed to even vie for any position. They are not even qualified to vie for a position of councillorship in the local government world. But yet they are. They are supposed to be retired. They're supposed to be receiving their retirement and enjoying their lives. But they are still there because they just want to they just want to be there. They want to make that name that I was a president. I was for so year. I was the president of Nigeria. That is not what Nigeria wants. That one cannot help us this time. Nigeria wants more than that. It's not just I was the president. We have a vast number of population, more than 200 million. And we want people that are agile, people that are young, people that are dynamic, people that are business oriented, people that are accountable, people that have integrity, people that can differentiate orange from apple, even when they look alike. These are the kind of people that we want in this position. Not just anyhow person that is just there because the person wants to be there. Fashion is something that is very common, but style is inherent because you need to put more to show your style. Every tailor can sew fashion, they can sew any cloth, but the fashion, the style is what we are looking for. Someone that is stylish, that can do the job. That someone that can feel, that has the passion, that has the business acumen to manage a country. That is the kind of personality that we are looking for. Some people will say that some of these parties, they don't have structure. They don't have structure. The structure we have been taking structure into consideration for many years, but structure has never helped us. Structure has never helped us. If you look at the president of Canada, Justin Trudeau, the president of Canada, he has there's nothing like structure there. Emmanuel Macron of France he didn't build any structure, but today he's the president of France. Barack Obama had no structure. He came from just nowhere. He became American president. Look at the current prime minister of Finland. The current prime minister of she's as young as 36 years. She is 36 years old. Well, she had no structure, but she's the current president of Finland. She had no structure. The current governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, was not really having that structure, but he just came. And everything was based on personality, and it's been that personal integrity that he had. That is why he won. Even today, is one of the most adorable governors in Nigeria. He's actually doing well, and I give kudos to that governor, Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State, because let's throw away structure. Structure has not helped anybody. So this is why among all these political parties, I tell you, the person that can do the job is Peter Gregory Obi, the former governor of Anambra State. Peter Gregory Obi has what it takes to be the president of Nigeria. Some school of thought will say that it's time for the Easterners, the Southeasterners to rule. But I do not actually believe in that. Maybe somebody coming from any particular place. I know it is fair enough because people from that region, they have not actually taken that position of the presidency. But if the cap fits him, why not? He can be the president. He can be the president because he can come from Southeast and as well be the president. But that is not that is not my reason why I'm supporting Peter Obi as the flag bearer of Labour Party to be our next president in 2023. Peter Obi is apart from being the governor for 2 terms in the Anambra State, he's a businessman. He's a successful businessman. He has achieved a lot in the area of business. He was the chairman of Fidelity Bank. He was also the chairman of One Guardian Express Bank, and many other positions that Peter Obi has held. both nationally and internationally, all over the world. Peter Obi is well known. He's a man of integrity. He's a man of type and caliber. He's a political guru that can actually do the work in Nigeria. So let us join him. Let us join him and his running mate, Professor Ahmed Yusuf, to make sure that Labour is voted into power in Nigeria, because we want Peter Obi to do this, the needful for us, for youth emancipation. For that, it's just like every youth in Nigeria is wasting, because if you look at what is going on, the youth are not positioned. The education is at the lowest ebb. What we get every year is strike from ASU strike, and it doesn't just take one day. Sometimes take months, and no one is doing anything against it, because our politicians, their children are not here. Their children are schooling outside the country. They are all in overseas. Why would they bother? If their children are in overseas, they wouldn't bother, because if they like that, this thing can last for many months, can even last for years. They don't care, but their children are taken care of. Their children, they don't have any break in their school. They start school if it is 3 years. They finish in that 3. If it is masters, maybe 1 year. They finish under that 1 year or 1.5 years. So they are not bothered, because it's not actually affecting them. But look at our schools. Look at our schools. There's not this long period of ASU strike. What are university students going to bring out of it? Nothing, because they were staying at home the whole time. They were just staying at home the whole time. On our street, we cannot do anything. If we look at killings in Kaduna, killings in Southeast, in other parts of the country, in Benue State, in Kogi, in Sokoto, everywhere, every part of the country, in Zamfara, so killings everywhere, because the country is totally in disarray. Look at last time there was an attack on the Kuje prison in Abuja, where many terrorists ran away. Though they tried to get some of them back. But this is not good. This is a country where there should be at least actual security, securing some of these positions. But why are all these things happening? Why? What is happening in Nigeria? Because even before things were better, but now just look at the other time the presidential decision was attacked. Envoy was attacked in the casino. This is what is going on in that country. What is happening in that country? In Edo North, three Catholic priests were attacked, and one Mr. Odia, was eventually killed, and I think 2 of them were released. Last time in the East, a renowned Reverend Father was also kidnapped, and he was released with a fine of about 100 million. What is happening in Nigeria? Everywhere you go, there's no security. It is not safe, and this thing happens. And as we talk about it on television, we talk about it on radio, and that's the end. Nobody takes any other action. You don't see, apart from those people that are really bereaved, those ones that are involved. Those are the ones that the things are actually affecting. Who did this to us? Where are we? So let us get these things right. The purpose of this video is that I'm encouraging you to vote for Peter Obi. We are going to go for personality this time, because Mr. Peter Obi is the one that can do it personally. He has that personality. He has what it takes to be the Nigerian president. The president that will do the right thing. The president that will determine our future. Because we cannot give in to this, because we have been let down for so long. We have been let down for many years. Some of these presidential aspirants, some of them, they don't even live in Nigeria. Some of them they live in Dubai, and when they need anything, they just come down. They come down to Nigeria, and they just say, here I am. Some of them, they are always traveling. They are traveling. How can somebody that is vying for a presidential in Nigeria, a position in Nigeria, be telling you that it's going to employ 50 million soldiers and feed them with cassava, for instance, or that Malame is going to turn off the phone line at the national grid, or we are going to people tweet on the WhatsApp. This is not realistic. It's just, let's call a spade a spade. Don't be cajoled this time around at all. This is not the time to be cajoled anymore. We have to make sure we do the needful, because structure has not helped anybody. Structure has not helped. Peter Obi is the answer. Peter Obi from Labour Party and his running mate Yusuf Ahmed. Those are the ones that we have to vote for. I encourage every one of you, every Nigerian, every youth, I encourage you to go and get your PVC. Let us vote out all these old people from damaging our economy, from damaging our life, because we have all our lives, all we have seen are the same faces. They just come and go. They just come and go. They just go. They go for holidays. And after that they resurface. That is what they do. And we are not ready to condone this thing anymore. But how do we do it? We cannot fight. It is not by fighting. It is just by getting your PVC. PVC is the only tool that we can use to really get rid of these people. Go and get your PVC. And for youth emancipation, don't let anybody brainwash you that, oh, this is religion, this is ethnicity. Then let's cast those doubts out. You know, those ones are blinders. We are going to cast them out. Religion and ethnicity is not going to play any part in this upcoming 2023 presidential election. They're not going to play any part, because we are wise. Men are wise. Women are wise. The society, our youth, they are wise. They know that when they have the right person there, somebody like Peter Obi, everything is going to work well in Nigeria. Everything is going to work well in Nigeria. Of course, it takes two to tango. He has his running mate there, who is also from the north, Ahmed Yusuf. It's a well-educated man, just like Peter Obi. Peter Obi is an educationist. He's a businessman. He knows what it takes. You know, people. He is the one saying that he will not look at when he was governor in Anambra State. Peter Obi left almost 70 billion there in the coffer of the state government, which he left for the one that came after him, Obiano. You know, I can't get this thing right now, but it left a substantial sum of money for Obiano, the governor that came after him. You know, because he is a good manager. Is there somebody? A nation needs to be managed, and managing a nation needs somebody who can do business, somebody that has that business acumen, somebody like Peter Obi. That's what it needs. We don't need people who will just scavengers, people who are nepotists in their nature, people who will put religion before politics. We want people that will just separate politics from religion. In a good nation, if any country wants to make it, the country must separate religion from politics. They must separate religion from democracy, because there's no point using religion on one hand and democracy on the other hand. It's not because there's nothing because everything is going to be a sort of nepotism. It's going to favoritism. You favor people that belong to your religious setup, or you favor people that belong to your ethnicity. This is not, a country cannot move forward in this regard. It cannot. So we have to do it right. We need people that can really do it for us. We need somebody like Peter Obi. Peter Obi is the right one, and I'm encouraging you. If you have not made up your mind, just make up your mind now. Let's vote for Peter Obi. Don't be discouraged by anybody. Don't be brainwashed by anybody, because these people, they are recycled leaders. They were there before. Some of them were VP. Yeah, they were there before. What did they do? They didn't. The narrative is going to be the same. If they take over what they left, so what is the change? There's no change. If you crave for a change, if you want change, then you just go for a better change. You go for a better change. A better change is going to augur well for Nigerians this time. So this is our turn. Don't make that mistake. If you make that mistake of leaving it for those people who will not do anything, so it's not going to work for us. So this is my message, and I continue to say this every time. I will be coming up here to talk about Peter Obi. He is my favorite, and I want you to take him as your favorite as well, because Peter Obi is just, you know, Peter Obi is just about 60 years old. He's about 60 years old. So he's young, he's vibrant, and he can do the job. you know, I think 60 or 61 years old. He can do the job. He can. So let us stand behind him. Let's stand behind Peter Obi. He's the one to do this job. It's not because, you know, he's from the East. I'm not from the East as well. He's from the East. But it doesn't matter, because let us try them. People are saying that, oh, they should not be president. They should not be. Who says they should not be president? Who is saying that? Are you God? Are you God? Someone was saying the last time that the timing is not there. Why would you say the timing is not right? Are you God that fix time? Do you fix time? You don't fix time for anybody. The timing can come, it can change anytime. This is the time for Peter Obi to be president of Nigeria. Let us try him. Sometimes the devil you don't even know is better than the angel you know. Yeah? We know these people, we know what they do. We know that they are just there, you know, they are deprived of reality. They are just there as miscreants. They are there as opportunists. They just want there to rake in, and you know, and bless their families. That is why they are there. They give their share positions to their relatives, to their in-laws, to their well-wishers, and let others rot in here. Nigeria cannot be run in that way. Nigeria can't be run in that way. We have to run Nigeria differently. We need a democracy that is free and fair. We need a democracy that is based on personality, and a person that has that integrity, a political that person that has that political know-how, that can really decide and want to do something because he has got something to offer, not because he would just want to stand tall and begin to make noise and begins to show himself. That is not the kind of personality that we want. The kind of personality that we want, we have checked all of them. You know, the big wings. We have checked all of the APC, PDP, Labour. We have checked all of them. The one that is most qualified is Peter Obi. In terms of educational background, in terms of experience, in terms of business, in terms of anything you can think about. And the same thing with his running mate, Ahmed Yusuf. You know, he is well qualified. These are the youth that, if both of them are youth, they can really move Nigeria from the position it is to a greater height. And I'm very sure of that. That vision is there because they have the passion, they have the vision, they have the power. They can move and they can do it. So let us embrace them. Let's vote for them. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all. Bye-bye. As I said before, this is Agbedo Talk Show, otherwise known as The Other Side of the Story. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please don't fail to do that. Thank you very much, and bye.